I won't lie.
Yeah, Bruce is.
Where I want it to be, but still, when you get there, it's kind of scary.
Non sequitur. Bruce just jumped right into a thought. Thoughts, deep thoughts with Bruce
We
Leonard.
were talking about.
No, Bruce is at the crossroads where a lot of people want to be. Where it's like, you know what? I know what I want to do with my life. I know I'm good at what I'm doing, and I want to transition out of the daily grind. And he's doing a daily grind, and so am I. And that's why we're late.
Out of first of all, the graveyard shift, and the also like the heavy manual labor. Like I'm getting too old. My elbows start hurting. You know what I mean? And it's like, hey man, I'm about. My body's gonna start falling apart if I keep doing this. Like
it's not good. And then how are you gonna service Charlie? She's not gonna like that.
I can still do that, but
I got this broken arm, but you're still getting fucked.
Right. Like, it doesn't matter like that. I'm good to go.
My impersonation
but
of
I
you
just
is
mean
lazy tonight.
like it's definitely not.
It's not what you want to be.
You can look all confident and everything, and I'm fucking this and that and the other.
But
Like, anybody that says that they're not, that they don't have these thoughts inside their head or lying.
Well, no, nobody. Look, nobody
It's
thought
scary to be like, I'm just gonna cut the cord from the real world and then
No.
flutter off unfettered and into like you can end up destitute. Like if you play it wrong. I can get right back to living paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I got you.
But I have a plan, and I saved a bunch of. I mean, I don't have a bunch of money, but I have enough money that I could get by for a little bit. And so that I'm trying to get a gig that I can do, that I can pick my own schedule. That way, if I get booked for a week and I go, hey, I can't go to work for a week, they don't care. You know what I mean?
Right. But
and then I come back and I just pick some shit and go back to work.
I get the concept. I think what you're
much more freedom than being at Vaughn.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a compliment or just an observation that the real world is comedy for you. Everything else is the nightmare.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I want my world to be. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm trying to transition to, where my world will become just comedy. I'm just doing comedy and that's it. I can focus completely 100% on that and not be distracted in any way or have to worry about, I got to go to bed and go to Vaughn's, and then I got to get up and go to Mike, and then I got to fucking come here and do this, and then I got to run back to Vaughn's, and then, like I said, and I got offered like a week or two of dates that I could have went on the road, but I had to turn it down
for Vaughn's
because I can't get away from Vaughn's. I'm chained to it. You know what I mean?
Right. So
right then was like a flag. It was like, okay, you've officially crossed into the point where, like I said, this job is holding you back. And I didn't come here to work at Vaughn's. You know what I mean? I moved to Las Vegas to be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, okay, I'm getting these chances to do it. So I have to free myself from the prison that is a regular grinding day job that you have to report to regularly.
Am I vibrating or are you vibrating? It's my cryptocurrency.
But you know what I'm saying is
no, I
knew right then. It was like, okay, now I'm at the crossroad where I have to make a decision.
Meet you at the crossroads where you won't be lonely.
Because I can't keep turning down stuff because these people won't keep offering it.
No.
You know what I mean? It's like you have to take these things.
I got the gist.
Or else that'll hurt you too.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this guy can't even work. Fucking.
All right. Well, I want to plug myself. I told Bruce and I've told you all, I prefer doing the acting. I prefer doing sketches. I prefer doing this. It's just where I'd rather be. But all of those guys, all of those groundlings, all of those Second City people, I don't think they just did. I don't think they just did all those SNL people. I don't think they were just doing improv. I think they were all stand-ups. Some of them
not all of them.
No,
not all of them. Some of them, it's a mixture.
Yeah.
Some of them are stand-ups and some of them are
improv
guys, and some of them are sketch guys, and some of them are all of that.
Yeah.
You know,
I know Rock is still doing stand up, but I know like Adam Sandler doesn't do it.
no, but he did at
He
one
did.
time.
He did it one time. Yeah.
He toured. I mean, if you want to, I don't know if you want to. I mean,
My
like
head's disappearing
I
tonight.
guess it depends on what you quantify as stand up. You know.
Well, he did. Yeah,
he did
does
comedy. I would say, like he's a musical comic.
Yeah, that's what he do. He would do like
So he was not standing there telling jokes like a standard.
Well,
but he's still touring clubs and theaters and
right.
doing comedy on stage. You know what I mean? Like,
so
he doesn't really do that anymore because he's fucking like almost a billionaire or whatever.
He's not a billionaire.
No, but he's got a lot of money.
So we got a new.
We've got more than your average
person.
I mean, you know what I mean? He's moved into producer realm and shit, which means he's got a lot more money than
and he could do serious roles. That Diamonds movie, Precious Gems or whatever.
Yeah, he's learned how to act. Well, I'm saying over the years. Well, at first he was just always that same
Billy
character.
Madison
he
character.
was always that obnoxious dude. Like
yeah.
And that was his shtick.
Right.
Now that like I said, he's a little more sophisticated in his acting now. I'll give him that.
Yeah. Well, I wish I had a few more minutes, but my head has a permanent glare now. I'm already bald.
Whatever.
But so Luella Chavez has a sketch series, her own little sketch series, and I got to be in this one. And I almost feel like I've been I've backed myself into the creep corner. I feel like
he was a creep in the other ones too.
Yeah, well, no, I know
like typecast. Like.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck I
need a creepy guy, the incel kind of
Jesus
dude. Call Rob.
So the first one was Classy Hooligans, where I steal money from Robbie Aces.
Right, and then
the second one was the Psychics. The Psychics, sandwich Psychics, where I've been fucking around.
Were you creepy? Oh, yeah, you were creepy in that one, yeah.
Well, no, I was playing it straight.
Right, but I'm saying you were still a creep.
I was
fucking around on his girlfriend.
Yeah, and then there was Meal Zone
Star Trek creep.
Yeah, Friend Zone Meal Plan.
Like drooling on that girl's tits.
So we got another one for your viewing pleasure, and I'm going to crank the volume up here to make sure you guys can hear it. Probably should play this a little in the middle, but whatever. You catch it, you catch it.
Hey, wait. What, you got a copyright? No, I'm saying you got potential copyright violation.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I thought that's what you said, that something was going to play in the middle.
No, I mean when I said
I was just going to say, remember last time they just yanked us right off the fucking air. Like,
I mean, like maybe play it like 20 minutes from now. We have a few more.
He played like some C-list movie from 1978, and they still just yanked us right off the air.
That movie, that is a cult classic. That is The Holy Mountain.
No, I know what I'm saying. Like they yanked us off the air for playing it.
Yeah, not on YouTube, only on Facebook.
Still, the bot does not fuck around. Like
yeah.
It was like alert.
So we're gonna play this one. I'm gonna cut out mics for a sec, and hopefully volume's good. And this one features Luella Chavez and our good friend
it's Ralph Tutela. Ralph Tutela.
Yep.
Who you can see at the Delirious Comedy Club usually.
Seriously? Star, we're hosting a burlesque themed event tonight. How are you supposed to perform with your arm in a sling?
I'll think of something.
Well, I don't know how you did it, Star, but you did. Good job. How'd you hurt your arm anyways?
Oh, gosh. It was Taco Tuesday. All you can drink margaritas. And then they started playing the Macarena.
Macarena, huh?
Natalie Llewellyn was on stage somehow. She wanted to make it so that she could carve up her face like we were saying. And I was like, why would you do that? Like, she's beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
Why would you want to cut up your beautiful face?
She wanted to get like plastic surgery?
Yeah, she's like, I don't like my nose and this and that and the other. And it's like, look at her. She's gorgeous.
She can
know
get
what
it.
I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You're like, she don't need to cut her.
Beautiful
face.
woman.
It's like, why would you say that? This society has fucked people up.
Amber, you got a warning for a gift in 2019. How do you get a warning on a GIF? It's a fucking
the Facebook
GIF.
bot does not fuck around. Didn't you see what they tried to get me the other day?
On Adam Chancellor?
No, yeah. With that meme about it was like the Coke.
Oh,
it said some had the best Coke. Let's debate it. And then somebody was like, Mexico has the best Coke. And then someone at the bottom was like, put in a picture of Pablo Escobar. I was like, Colombia has entered the chat. So I put it up. And they're like, oh, this violates Facebook standards on hate groups or some shit. Terrorist group. I don't know, something like that. And I was like, disagreed and was like, again, don't you think that you might have misconstrued the purpose of this meme? And then it was about 10 minutes later, like, oh, your post is back on Facebook. We're sorry that we got this wrong. It's like, yeah, you get it wrong. Like, because like I said, the bot doesn't do anything but react to words or pictures.
It's an algorithm.
Yeah. And it's like, there's a picture of Pablo Escobar. Like in there or whatever.
Here's the thing. And I want to say this, Amber. Because there's like, conservative, liberal, blah, blah, blah. I don't like editing shit. I don't like if I want to say something creepy, the results are going to be one of two things. I'm either not going to get hired places. I'm not going to be asked to come places. And it could, but the fact that what pisses me off is, somebody dredges up some shit you did on a page 20 years ago, or an algorithm blocks you from being able to express something. It's stupid. It's fucking embarrassing. And I think
it depends me.
It's embarrassing.
I think that some people will misconstrue some of it too. Like
you said whore. I just hey, yeah. Facebook. Hey, Mark Zuckerberg. Whore. Your wife's a whore. You're a fucking whore. You're all a bunch of fucking whores. You fucking data looking son of a bitch from Star Trek. Fucking no blink having motherfucker. Fucking money whore. Thank you for allowing us to use your platform to say the word whore repeatedly. Whore.
No, like this guy is on Twitter all the time crying about getting canceled from shit, and I'm like, first of all, like he calls himself a comedian. He's not funny.
Well, I think you've had this.
It's like you got canceled because you're not funny, not because, whatever you said. Like you're just an asshole.
There's
a difference between just
non sequitur now. Your shirt looks amazing, and it looks well-tailored. My shirt is about too long in the sleeves, and it's bunching up, and it's just like
you
shifting.
pulled it right out of the closet, too.
I know. I didn't do anything, It was because you got to know, and rightfully so. I got my fucking little uniform on. I went on the stage last week with my uniform, but I did all right.
No, yeah, you did, but
I came out with it.
You always do that shit.
Well, but you made it made it a gimmick. You made it a fucking.
I know, but that's because you just kept showing up with it on. Like
well, no, because I was.
You don't want to be a gimmick.
You're right.
Walking like
you're right.
Stereotype.
You're right.
Or something like.
You're right. You're right. I'm not complaining.
If you keep doing it, I'm gonna ride it. It's like,
you wrote that shit like R. Kelly writing a 14-year-old to court.
Well, plus that's a lot of what you talked about too.
Yeah. Well, no. Well, you know what the thing is.
Your material was
a
lot of how you want to strangle
griping.
Somebody with the computer cord.
Yeah, right. Well, you know what the funny thing was? Like, I always thought this. Two things. Number one, we're in sports bars. A lot of these open mics are in sports bars. Let's be real. There's not. Wise Guys is the actual first kind of dedicated.
Yeah, that's not true though. Noreen's is the only sports bar.
Well, no.
Like the Sand Dollar was never a sports bar.
No.
Rebar is not a sports bar.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Sand Dollar is a jazz.
Dive Bar is not a sports bar.
No, no.
Champagne's is not a sports bar.
Champagne's is a bar. It's the only out of all of those that you mentioned. Champagne's is the only
I believe I asked
respectable
for
bar.
it several times. If you want to get technical.
Rebar is an eclectic bar, and all those places are going to play the nights when the nights are on. They're gonna cut. They're
Yeah,
gonna.
but that doesn't make it a sports bar.
No, you're right. But
Sports bar is like a sports themed
But
bar where you
those-
go in and there's like football helmets and shit.
Rebar is, for people who don't know the Vegas scene, is in what we would call the arts district.
They don't even have a mic anymore though.
Yeah. What is that?
But my point being,
What, dude? What is that?
first
First of
they
all,
were all weird about the COVID, and then I don't know what happened
have you been there?
after that.
Have you been there since?
No, but somebody said that they
Oh,
took
they
out like
fucked
all
it
the
up.
space in the back.
They fucked it up. All right, so Rebar it was an antique place that had no antiques. It literally is an antique place with no antiques. It professes to
Well,
be
they
this,
used to have antique.
but then they sold it all and they replaced it with like shitty art, like your friend's high school art that he's trying to sell, or just prints, or somebody stole a stop sign.
As far as I know, most of the people that used to hang out there don't hang out there anymore.
Right. But
So-
Rebar had this cool vibe. It
Yeah,
looked like
she
a
knows what
place.
I'm talking about.
Yeah. Rebar had, like, you could expect to see Sarah Silverman doing a set there, because it was just that scene. And then you walk in the back of it, and there's an old garage door that's been repurposed. And what was probably once a garage is now just random couches and antiques. And here's a stage, and it goes straight back. And then adjacent to it was an outdoor area. And so if you go straight back now, that's gone. They fenced it off. They put a faux wall up there of like planks. It looks like some Walking Dead shit.
Yeah, somebody said that they basically cut off all that space.
No
back
more. So now if you're on the stage is facing a wall.
Yeah, but there is no. I mean,
It's there. It's still there.
Probably still there, but they're not doing anything on it.
No.
Unless,
But
they,
the
I
stage-
mean, maybe they have some.
I don't know
some
what they were thinking.
janky.
It was such a good scene. The layout was great.
Right.
The American
I
flag in the
know, that's what-
background.
That was my point. It's very unfortunate.
Beautiful. Gorgeous.
Um,
And then they put a wall up, and now the stage faces a wall. So that first row of chairs are there.
Right.
And then there's a wall where the moon was hanging, and then the open area is still the same. So you're facing a wall. So you would have to stand at like a 45-degree angle to the east. It's fucking
I know, but you're not.
stupid.
They're not doing comedy anymore. That's the point.
They're not doing anything. There was
No,
just
that's what I mean.
waste. They're doing cornhole.
So anyway, they're not doing comedy. So I only said that because that was one of the mics that was
Beautiful.
going on before.
It's
But
great.
That's my point being, Noreen's is technically the only sports bar.
Dive
where there's a
bar,
mic.
yeah, dive bar. Well, I think my ultimate thing is that of all of those places, dive bar crowd is a crowd of drunks, and then the comics. Noreen's is a crowd of Steelers fans, and then the comics. Rebar is, you got people who are curious about what's going on. You had people curious about what was going on, and they're shuffling in and out. And that was a cool spot. Champagne's is a bar. Just a bar.
Well, it's a karaoke bar. Right?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say it's an entertainment bar.
It's a
They
little
have
bit of, it's a
karaoke,
really classy place.
And then they have Walter plays music, and the guy from Canned Heat plays music.
Yeah, it's great.
Does it twice, 2 nights a week, and then they have my show, the comedy.
Oh, two
And then
guys
the
were
rest of the nights have
disappointed
karaoke.
last night or last week.
Who what?
Two guys rolled up and they're like, "Hey, man, it's gonna be great." And I'm like, "Oh, you're here for the comedy? Comedy?
Right.
Yeah. No, we're
Right.
here for the karaoke
Right.
every
Like,
night
well, you
from
should
10 to 2."
Yeah, no, it's not every night.
And that's what. And when they walked in,
It's Friday through Monday.
and they were here for a convention. They had matching polo shirts on. Yeah, Champagne's the older. So, all right, now I know that Amber's been here. I don't know all.
She's not been here, but she follows me. She's been following me for years, so she's
Champagne's,
all the
yeah.
pictures. Yeah,
Champagne's is great. It's a wonderful.
L-shaped place,
It's a
yes.
cozy venue. And the bar rescue guy came there and kicked the shit out of them and made it look even better than it did. And I did not dislike Champagne's. I always liked Champagne's.
But they had been there before.
You twice, but I always liked Champagne's.
You know what I'm saying?
bar rescue
the bar
guys
rescue,
twice.
but they did it right this time.
No,
It's way better than
it was good. It was good
The
though.
way they cut the bar at the end and
Yeah.
made the more space in front of the stage and then moved the. Yes, you do, Amber. Need to get out here. I've been saying that for a long time. They moved the stage in the middle of the room and flipped it over this way and put room in front of the stage because before that bar stuck all the way out. Like if you were on stage, that bar was right here, like this desk. Whoever was sitting there was right in front of you. Man, you're obsessed with yourself. You're like Patrick Bateman tonight. Like looking at yourself. Like, come on, man.
The card was a beautiful off-white,
Right.
eggshell,
white.
and the
Raised prints.
raised font embossed, and the font is Cyrillic.
That shit is awesome.
That's the best movie.
No, it's a great movie.
I love that movie. I could watch it right now. We have to
saying.
just have a. You know what we should do?
It looks much better, I think.
We should have a date where we get people together, watch the movie, and then you can make Skyline chili.
Why?
You want to show me the Skyline chili? You can do.
What are you gonna make? Like I was talking about that before. You can only have the spaghetti. You can't recreate the cheese coney in the proper way because you don't have the right ingredients.
Really?
Yeah, because I've tried to do it, but because the hot dog is like smaller and it's real skinny. Like
Skyline chili has a fucking spaghetti and a hot dog.
Yeah, it's a Coney Island. It's called.
Yeah, I know what a Coney Island is. It's chili and the cheese.
Chili, cheese, onions, mustard. But you gotta have the right buns and the right hot dog. You know what I mean? You can't just go to the store and buy a hot dog and hot dog buns.
No,
I've tried to do it.
I thought Skyline chili was over.
Recreate it. There's the conies right there.
No, I don't want that. I'm talking about this.
No, I can make that in my house, and it tastes pretty similar to what you get at the Skyline. But you can't recreate the coney.
No,
because if you don't have the right bread, the right hot dog, you know what I mean? And the flavor ratios are all fucked up.
Flavor ratio.
Yeah, because
this is what
hot dogs you buy at the store are too fat.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So too much hot dog.
Yeah,
then it's just not the same.
I am willing to try this,
but I can make this at my house, and I have the chili. All
right, so here's what I'm thinking: we do a day where we do American Psycho Skyline chili.
Why American Psycho? I mean, why are these two things together? I don't.
Well, because we both like American Psycho, and you wanted to make this Skyline chili and share with me.
Oh yeah,
and I berated it.
I'm surprised that you haven't. Oh, I had Ty and who did I have it? Oh, Ty and Doug. And Doug's from Cincinnati, so he already had it.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Did he like it? Because that would be a cheat.
Was all right.
That would be a cheat day for him.
Yeah, I was definitely cheating. He was like, "Oh, this is terrible."
Yeah, because Ty Rivera's shredded.
He was out in the fucking parking lot of Hard Hat last night, eating nuts and cheese.
Yeah,
nuts and string cheese. I was like, "Are you really out here at 3 a.m. in the parking lot of a fucking bar?
Oh yeah,
eating health food."
Let me ask you a question. What time is Hard Hat open mic?
I don't know what time it starts, but if you go,
does it butt up?
Like I woke up from sleep. I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up at 11:30 and got in my car and drove over there, and it was going. It's still going.
But does it butt up against
Dive Bar?
Yes.
Yeah, no, because Randall's. Well, I mean, it does. Yes, it overlaps.
Okay.
I think that Hard Hat start. They start like 9 or 10.
All right. Here's why. First of all, now he says I complain about everything. Hard Hat Lounge has some of the best fucking food in Las Vegas.
That they have that little
that
little nook,
right? And the nook is always run, but they always get a black guy. I don't know why.
There's a lesbian chick running it now.
What?
She was there last.
What happened to the black dude?
I don't know.
Oh fuck me! I this is what I fucking get for complimenting something. Oh, fucking bullshit.
I get shit on it real quick, like.
Yeah. Let me explain something to you.
And I'm not saying he's not there. Maybe it's his day off or something.
I hope. All right, let me explain.
There's some lesbian chick, but they said that she's a great cook. Everybody
all right. We'll see. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. They had an old guy there. They had a black guy there, bald black guy.
Right.
And he looked like Samuel Jackson. If it was a movie, it'd be Samuel Jackson playing him. So I walk in there, and it's your metal bar, some chick with nose rings and gauges and tattoos, a little sloppy, whatever. Dude over there, same deal. Looks like some Trent Reznor shit, but older. Whatever. It's hard hat. It sounds like some gay, pumper lounge. It's not. It's right where the taxis are on Industrial. So I'm like, cool. And we go there. And then there's this black guy in the corner. And I'm like, what's the deal with him? He goes, we own the bar. He runs the grill.
Right.
Yeah, man. My name is Sam. My friends call me Chef. You can call me Chef. Oh, all right. What do you want? I got bibimbap, tacos, cheeseburger. He gave me this fucking menu from around the world. So I asked for tacos. The motherfucker made tacos.
I'm suspect about that right away. It's like okay, you don't specialize in anything. You're
No.
just like general dishes. From
Yeah,
all
right.
over.
Yeah. So the guy sits there now.
I'm skeptical already. Like
The guy goes in the back,
like pick a lane, man.
makes tacos. They were so fucking good, I almost nutted. I almost shot ropes.
You say that every time there's a taco.
No,
You
it's
just say it
got
about
be.
no way shit.
Oh,
Now you say it about his shit.
oh, hold on. Oh,
Like these tacos are
hey, I'm being positive. Fucking
I know, but I'm saying that taco is like the one thing that you're positive
Hey,
about
look,
all the time.
26 minutes even. All right, that's when I was positive.
Right, exactly.
26 minutes recorded for posterity.
Right, exactly.
So this guy,
tacos do genuinely make you happy for a second.
so he did a pineapple on there. I was just like, oh my God, my penis is erect.
Right.
And then the beer that she gave me complemented the flavors there. It was delicious. And the guy was sitting there with a toothpick in his mouth and shit. And I'm like, wait,
See, but those are the best kind.
you got bulgogi? Yeah, I got bulgogi, but I don't got all the ingredients. I might have that tomorrow. So a year goes by, and I go in there, and there's a young black guy with braids. And I say to the bartender, the fuck happened? Sam was a little sloppy in the kitchen. What? Sam was a little fucking sloppy in the kitchen. He wasn't. We had a few health inspections.
I was gonna say it.
So the food
health
was-
department.
So now,
but you're like, damn, those tacos were delicious.
no, he made other
I don't
foods
care
too.
that he got a 68 on his fucking health exam.
I didn't. That was like a B-. I didn't give a shit. I ate it.
So
now the next black guy is there, and
go in and
he
it's like,
makes-
it's like a D on the wall. Like,
I don't care.
He's barely surviving.
fucking neck came out of it. I didn't give a fuck. So now, the next guy is making fries with pastrami on rye. Did a Reuben. I was still working at Fry's. I took like a risk because it takes about half an hour to drive over there from town center, plus the traffic, and then you got to order the food, make the food, eat it.
Right.
I'm having a beer. I don't give a fuck. So lunch hour, I'm a supervisor. I got to close the place, do bookkeeping and all that shit. I don't give a fuck. Fucking food's amazing. Next guy makes food. It's fucking amazing. He's making ice cream. He's putting on like hot apple pie. Too. Fucking incredible. Right. Now you're telling me that there's a lesbian running it. Now I don't give a fuck that she's a lesbian.
And everybody was saying that she's a good cook, And like you said, if they went through two people and they were both good, then they must have a high standard of
that guy could have been using his nut juice instead of lard. I wouldn't have cared. If I would have
you just said that.
Yeah. Now,
basically you're like, I don't care if there's roaches crawling on the wall. But those tacos are fucking delicious.
The food was more than just a taco. So I'm going to assume by proxy that she's going to be incredible and that'll be good. And by the way, I am not adverse to vegan if it's done right. If it's done right. Now, the way they make vegan food.
See, I'm not.
Hey, wait a minute. 29 and 10 seconds.
No,
the table's turned.
Well, I just can't. Like, I don't. Tofu is nasty.
He wants this in vegan, and it can't happen.
There is no vegan of that. You can't make that vegan.
You could, but it would be fucking.
It'd be
disgusting.
so gross. Yeah, it's like it's with tofu in it.
So my hero Howard Stern.
Tofu is just disgusting.
It is.
It's just it's foul, dude. I don't care. Like,
well, also it releases estrogen for men, because it's made from soy and it releases estrogen.
Yeah, exactly. You need me. I always said that. Like, vegans are always like, it's such a healthy lifestyle. It's like, then why do you look like a cancer patient? They're all fucking pale and got fucking
Emaciated.
circles under their eyes and shit. Like, I'm living this healthy vegan lifestyle. And you're like, dude, you weigh like 95 pounds and you're fucking pale as a fucking ghost. You look like you haven't slept in a week.
Yeah, I know.
How will you convince yourself that this is healthy?
So
no, that's what I'm saying.
they could make this vegan, and here's what they would do.
They're all fucking bony and shit. It's like,
So Howard Stern, his sponsor is Gardein. Okay. So I go to Walmart. First of all, if this food is so exclusive, why the fuck is it at Walmart?
what?
Gardein, which is all
Oh,
meatless everything.
it's not.
So I get their chopped meat in a bag. And yeah, fucking
I haven't heard of that.
Yeah,
But I was
imbeciles.
like, is that really like, you can't have a vegan cat.
no.
Like you just can't.
No.
Like they're not
So-
designed.
no, they're not. God didn't intend for that. They have to.
They're
So
designed to eat meat. These fucking
So-
animals.
you can take the spaghetti and do whole wheat. You can take the meat and do Gardein. And you could take the cheese and do vegan, whatever the fuck, which has no dairy in it.
Why are
Which,
you leaving that fucking three-way on the screen?
yeah. So I'm just explaining. I'm explaining you do this now. So Howard Stern keeps rambling on about Gardein. So I go and buy the
They call
chop.
it impossible. It's impossible meat.
It's impossible
because
to
it's
taste.
impossible that it fucking tastes good.
Right.
It's like there's no fucking way.
Yeah, the pets look like they wish to be put down. So I buy this thing. So and they call it crumbles. The vegans
Right.
call it crumbles.
Cat's like, kill me, please.
It tasted like lead. The texture was
Probably
wrong.
what's in it?
It was lead. And here's the
Much
thing.
healthier than.
And it wasn't healthy because
much healthier than.
you know what I
beef.
made, Bruce?
It's just straight lead.
You know what I made with this Gardein? I made hamburger helper, which
What?
that powder.
Like, wash it down with this cup of mercury. That's fucking. This is a health food diet. What the fuck? What are you thinking?
I thought the Gardein
You
would
bought some?
would offset the hamburger helper. So the
Oh,
hamburger.
you made vegan hamburger helper. First of all, no, we already had this conversation once before, I think. First of all, you're nothing healthy about hamburger helper. You're like, let's take this package of health food and pour in salt and preservatives and the cheapest pasta possibly you could possibly get. Like, and just pour it all together and like, this is gonna be healthy. Like, you just offset like all the health benefits of whatever health benefits there are of the Gardein or whatever. It's completely offset, probably 200% by the shit that's in that box of hamburger helper. That powder, dude. Come on, dude. It's one step away from being declared a poisonous substance, I'm sure, like by the USDA.
Stop, my
If
side
the
hurts.
USDA
My
even
fucking side
even
hurts.
operated at on any level at this point.
I'm gonna stroke.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
I watched I didn't know there was a Supersize Me 2. And I found it and I was watching it. It was like and he's talking about chicken. Do you know that all those things they use for chicken are bullshit? You know this, right? I didn't know. You know that chickens are legally not allowed to have hormones in them. So when they say hormone-free chicken, it's like they're just basically saying, hey, we follow the law.
The bar is down here.
Yeah, no, when they free-range chicken, they only have to have access to the outside. And that access can be like a little tiny, he had these chickens in a barn, and he opened up the barn door and put a round piece of fence out there, and it was like, that's it. They could go outside, and
They
so
fatten them up so
he was able to
off.
call them free-range chickens, right?
Yeah.
But the chickens are
Unhealthy.
they grow so fast that they can't move. They can't even move around. So they couldn't even go outside.
They
even
just
if they
die in
wanted to.
place.
Some of them were so heavy that their legs would just break. It's fucking awful, dude.
It's delicious.
No, what I'm saying is, it's all bullshit. Like everything that they're saying all the time.
I
is
want to
complete
make
bullshit.
I want to make
No,
a
but
Bruce Leonard shirt that says it's all bullshit.
right.
That's your catch. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, all of it. But here's the deal. They said themselves, they were like the USDA basically, because they don't have a lot of funding anymore and all this shit. Like they basically just rubber stamp shit. They don't really look, you know. So that's how the food industry getting away with us. They only know like something bad's going on when people start getting sick. Then they're like, oh, there's someone on the chicken, you know, cut it off at a recall, you know, and they bring it back from the market, recall it, but it's already out there. And it's only out there because, yeah, exactly. Yes, make it for me. I'll buy them too. Because I was just, we were just talking about that. Like, I'm going to start buying some merch.
I want to do this. I'm picturing this.
I'm going to make one. Who the hell's Bruce
do a
Leonard,
black,
do
a black and white of Bruce Leonard, and then bubbly white letters that say it's all bullshit, like a real 70s thing.
Yeah, no, that picture from Champagne's.
Yeah, you could do that. No, but I want you like lively. Your Champagne's picture is classy. I want you lively.
No, I was going to take that picture. The other idea from my shirt was, yes, do it, please. That picture, yeah, from Champagne's, just on a black T-shirt, and it'll say, "Who the hell is Bruce Leonard?" But I'd put like a little arrow and be like, "That guy,"
or put Bruce Leonard on top of this,
on top of it.
Yeah,
no, that's the kind of cheesy shit that they do at home. There's this guy I know who's a great comic.
Did you say cheesy?
Yes. There's a guy I know who's a great comic, by the way, but he has there's cheese conies on his shirt, you know, and you're like, that's fucking, like, first of all, it's too regional. If you're going to go nationwide, you can't have regional.
I brought this up tonight, by the way. I brought this up because on Raw, they do like cheap pops on wrestling.
Right.
So the wrestler comes out, he goes, well, I'm in Cincinnati. I might as well get some Skyline chili.
Right.
Then he goes like this. He looks around and he goes, and you're,
it says, or Amber, it was, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit with an exclamation part.
Yes.
Capital I, capital B, capital S.
It is all fucking bullshit.
It's all bullshit, and I want him I want Bruce Leonard like exploding off the shirt, exploding off the shirt.
Either way,
and then we'll do a political one where there's like exploding elephants in the background.
Well, I want to do I asked my friend to make it for me, but he hasn't got back to me yet.
Exploding elephants in the back.
No, I want to make the natural selection peanuts.
Yep.
On a T-shirt. I mean, like Bruce Leonard's natural selection nuts. You know.
Guess what's inside? Guess what's inside?
Like, no warning, no problem. You know what I mean? Like,
do a favor. Do a pose right now. Cut a pose for that.
What do you mean? For what?
For
it's
your
all
shirt.
bullshit.
We lost access to Facebook.
You know why? Click reconnect your destination.
Yeah, good.
They cut you off because you called Zuckerberg a whore.
Fuck you, you fucking whore. Hold on. Do we? All right,
see what happens? You call Zuckerberg a whore, and then all of a sudden,
I have a solution.
You lost connection to Facebook.
I've got a solution to this, Zuckerberg. You're not going to get me. Alex Jones right here. Infowars.com. And you're not going to stop the revolution. The revolution is going to be here. We're going to do it on all platforms. And you will not stop me, you Zionist whore.
And listen, this is what I want you to do. There's a guy on Twitter, right? Named Lionel. You ever heard of this guy?
No.
He had a show in New York. His name is Lionel. One word. He's fucking stupid. But anyway, what I want you to do is go to the Twitter and watch Lionel and get an impersonation of him. Because he's fucking well, I have a friend who when I lived in Florida, my friend Nick, his mom was heavily involved in politics, and they were friends with him. And now he's gone off the deep end, and they're not friends. He's lost a lot of his old friends because he's put his head up Trump's ass. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And so he's all of a sudden he's turned into, you know, he used to be like I used to listen to him. He was kind of interesting. He used to be kind of a liberal kind of guy. You know, like he was a
Yeah.
libertarian, but he was like a liberal leaning libertarian.
Well, that's the guy who founded Vice
These
News.
people are getting more and more and more right wings. So
Yeah.
He started getting more and more crazy.
The guy who founded Vice News, it founded the Proud Boys. Vice
that's what I'm
News
saying.
is the most progressive fucking shit. They were founded by the Proud Boys, by the guy who runs the Proud Boys, and they had to say that. They're like, yes, he once founded
that
us.
guy who stuck the thing up his ass. It's like Gavin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stuck a dildo up his ass to own the lives that time. You didn't see that? He had a show like on YouTube or something. Yeah, he fucking.
You're fucking retarded.
You need to look at it up.
No,
hilarious.
I don't.
It's hilarious.
They're
They're fucking crazy, these people. But my point being, he was like a progressive kind of libertarian when he was interesting, and then he started drifted more and more. You know, as Trumpism was coming up, he started going.
Let me explain something to you.
Going
I've got no
over that
problem
side.
shoving a dildo up my ass for America because a real patriot will take all 8 inches for the team.
So what happened was he did something.
Black and veiny.
He did something I can't remember. I don't know exactly what he did, but he did something and he lost his show that he had. He had a real show, and now he's become one of these guys that's in the basement.
One man, one job.
You know what I mean? He's one of these guys like O'Reilly, who's in his own basement now on internet. Please don't look it up, dude. I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this right now. No.
Oh no.
No. You can watch this when you go.
Oh no.
When I leave, yes, exactly.
Oh no.
It's like that guy that from Australia that used to watch.
No.
Always saw us to watch the Harlem Shake or.
Oh no.
It's like every time too. He'd be like, "Have you seen Harlem Shake?" It's like we fucking watched it, man. It's like. How many times have you fucking turned this on?
I just saw like the palest white leg straddling a glass.
Yes, a glass jar. I mean, you can only imagine what comes next. Like, no, no.
Does he miss?
No,
he doesn't.
I said Jerry used to do that to me all the time. He used to be like, "Oh, check this out," and then you play some fucking.
We had
I
had a guild on Star Wars Galaxies, and we had this one ball buster in our guild, and he was from England, and he was from London, and he'd go, "Rob, hello," and he would say, "What the fuck?"
See, I told you.
And
see,
the liberals, I never.
Messing with
So the guy from England said, "Hey," he sounded like Ricky Gervais. He'd be like, "Excuse me, Rob. Yeah, I think it'd be very smashing if you watch this video. Right. I'll give you 1 million in-game credits. You could use that. Yes. Just watch this video. Why? Just click the link." And it was 2 girls, 1 cup.
Right.
And I'm like, "Oh, God damn it. Oh, bloody lovely. Oh, jolly good. Yes. Here's the money. Well worth it. Worth every penny. Every penny. Yes. So then, while goes by, I get him back, and I go, "Hey, Adam, hey, what's going on, bro? Have you seen 2 kids, 1 sandbox?" No, reckon I haven't. You haven't seen 2 kids, 1 sandbox? You got to look it up. It's on eFucked. eFucked.
Dude, eFucked is fucked.
Yeah.
That's the one Jerry would always go, and every week I'd go, and he'd find some.
And this one is.
And fucking play. Oh, look at this.
It's 2 Brazilians. It's a Brazilian woman and a guy with a horse cock. With a Brazilian white guy, white guy with a horse cock. And she's slamming his cock with a dildo. She's shoving a dildo.
Dude, you want to know something?
In his urethra.
No.
Urethra, that's the right term.
I was looking for some my friend has Plex, right? And I was like, "Can you get Shogun Assassin?" Because for some reason I wanted to watch like a samurai movie where they fucking cut people up, shit. And he's like, "Yeah,"
when
but,
I was
but he
9.
wasn't getting it, right? So I go on HBO, right? And I'm like, look through the action adventure, and I'm like, oh, they got some samurai movies.
Hold on,
Old
Amber.
Japanese movie.
Amber, the sound was more like this. Ow, 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 ow. Ay, claro que sí. Ow, ow, ow. And she's just jamming it. And it kind of looked like the dildo was this colored. So she was just jamming it into him. It is into his dick hole. And just, and the guy is ripped.
No, listen. So I found these movies, Japanese movies from they're like from the early 60s.
Oh,
And
God.
it's called Hanzo the Razor, right? So I started watching it. And then I'm like, I noticed, wait, there's more than one. There's like 3 of them. It's like Hanzo the Razor, and then Hanzo the Razor 2, Hanzo the Razor. So I started watching it. It's like, oh, he's like Dirty Harry, He's a Japanese samurai cop, but he's a rebel,
All right,
He's going up against the system.
See if I can pull this
Anyway,
up.
no, but listen, you gotta listen to me for a second.
I'm listening.
There it is. Sword of Justice.
72.
1972. Right. So we're watching this movie. I'm watching this movie and I'm like, this is fucked up. He's torturing himself. It's like he's got scars all over himself, right? He's
Right.
tortured himself. He's kneeled on this wooden thing and they're putting cement blocks onto his legs so that it squishes down onto this pointy wooden thing, and he's like, what are you doing? And he's like, no, right here. No, this is the fucked up one. He sticks his dick onto this wooden thing and he's whacking his dick with a stick. Like,
What the fuck are you watching?
no, that's what I said. I was like, and he goes, I have to torture myself to beyond, the level of
Pain, yeah,
whatever. He's like,
resistance.
so that I know how to torture people, and get the truth out of them.
Actually, there's this.
Then they arrest this chick, right? And they take her and they put her on this boat where on the boat, there's like a hut on the boat. You know what I mean? So they put her in there and he's like, comes in and he's like, I'm going to ask you some questions, whatever. And then he basically just starts raping her. And she's like, no. And then he stops and then she's like, don't stop.
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Here we go.
And I'm like, these Japanese movies are fucked up. No, you can't play it.
I'm not playing.
We're gonna
it.
get kicked out. No, so then he's like I said, he puts his dick on this wooden block. He's whacking his dick with a stick. You're like, what in the fuck is going on? Yeah, there it is. He's like, I want to ask you some questions, and then he basically said he starts raping her, and then she's like. First, she's like, no. Then he stops. And then she's like, don't stop. And then he's fucking her. And then he's like, what were you doing with, so-and-so? And then she starts giving him information. And then there's another scene where there's just like 4 guys on the street. And they say, oh, I hear that so-and-so, this chick got arrested. Who should get arrested by? And they're like, Hanzo. And you're like, oh, Hanzo, he's so virile. He's so, they're basically like licking his nuts. Oh, Hanzo, he fucked better than anyone, like.
Oh, my God. What the fuck?
You're like, this
Hey, Ian.
Japanese movies are fucked. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, what is up with these fucking movies? Yeah, he puts this chick in a sex swing. And he turns it so that she just starts spinning around in a circle and he's just laying on the ground. It's so fucked up. It just keeps getting more and more fucked up. But by the time I was like, man, this is really fucked up, I was already like 45 minutes into it. I'm like, well, I might as well finish it out. Like,
Nah, that's not a fucked up movie. You have no idea what fucked up is.
I can't. No, but what I mean is, well, Japanese movies have just gotten progressively more fucked up, but that's where it all started.
The most fucked up movie ever is
What year is that?
Ichi
See,
the
but-
Killer.
What year was it made, though?
I don't remember.
Well, fucking go back to the beginning.
Hold on. 2017.
Yeah, see what I mean? No, this movie I'm talking about is from 1972.
Yeah.
It's like this is the beginning of where the Japanese started going off the rails and fucking. It's like,
This is
with
the,
these films. Like, what the fuck is going on?
This is the most fucked up movie. There's one scene where
No, she can't escape. He's got her in the set. Yeah, it's like a rope.
all right.
Net.
So this, I think this movie's older than I think it's older than the Batman one with that Joker, because I think this came first. I think it's earlier. I think the special
That's
edition.
probably where he got it from.
Right. So
the idea of it.
Right. So this movie, one scene is two guys dressed up in lab coats and red patent leather high heels. They're dressed up in.
First of all, they made the human centipede. So like, you can't get much more fucked up.
Well, but that wasn't Japanese. that was just a horror movie in the doctor.
Well, that was a Japanese movie,
was?
I believe.
No, I don't think so.
No, I do.
Anyways,
Hold
fine. But look for that. As long as you talk about this. So two guys in lab coats and red patent and red pumps are torturing a woman for info, and they cut off her nipples, and then they kicked the shit out of her. And that was a scene. That wasn't even what this guy was doing. That movie is beyond fucked. And again, it's
Dutch.
I told you.
No, I didn't know. Well, the guy, the scientist is Japanese. So
No, he's not. No, he's not. They take a Japanese guy and they sew the other two women
along
to
with a
him.
Japanese man, right? Okay, that's it. Oh, these psychotic Germans are. See, I've never watched it.
What they do is
Tell
they
you the
take
truth,
they take the two girls,
It doesn't sound
break
interesting
their
to me at
jaws
all.
open, cut their faces
Yeah, but
open,
see, I don't like those.
sew their faces to the guy's rectum, sew the other girl's face to her girlfriend's rectum, slice their knees at the kneecap so they can't walk anymore. They can only walk on all fours. And
No, I know the premise. That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying
yeah.
the premise to me doesn't make it doesn't interest me in any way. It's like, okay, this is just a snuff.
Who's the guy?
A snuff film.
Yeah.
No, but I was getting ready to say, Amber, you're right about that, about the respectful thing or whatever. But no,
they're repressed.
Listen, watch.
They're repressed.
Watch, Age of Samurai. It's on Netflix. It's a history of Japan, and the history of Japan is so fucked. It's fucked up. Like, the respect thing is one thing. Like, did you know that after a battle, the winning guy, like, they take the heads of the people that they defeated, they fix them up and shit, and they parade them in front of the guy, and he has to look at them.
Mm-hmm.
Because to respect, the enemy.
Well, that's like crucifixion.
This is some fucked up shit. Like in crucifixion, they didn't. Like I said, this guy would have to sit there, and they bring like 1,000 heads, walk by, and he'd have to look at them all for respect. It's fucked, dude. And they're fighting each other for hundreds of years. Because they weren't a unified country. They were all a bunch of little provinces. Warring. It's like if you lived in Kentucky and all the counties were fighting each other,
They practically are.
Like, that's how they were. Well, no, I'm saying, what are you doing?
That's the movie I was talking about.
Yeah, it's fucked. Like I'm saying, like, why would you even want to watch it?
It's
a snuff movie.
That's one of the tame scenes.
I'm saying it's a snuff film.
That's one of the tame scenes.
It looks like I saw a concert where they did that to a guy. It wasn't that many. It was 2 hooks into his back, and then
he's got gauges.
He just hung up on this thing, and they push him, and
he's got gauges. But those are fish hooks.
No, I know.
Those are lots of little fish hooks.
I know. I can see. Like, I don't know why people want to watch movies like. Why you just keep looking at the pictures of it? Like,
yeah.
Why?
I'm intrigued. That's the kind of stuff you don't want to watch, and then you do, and then
no. It's like when you watch Faces of Death. As soon as you're done, you feel dirty, like bum fights. I watched bum fights, and after I watched bum fights, I felt like I wanted to take a shower. I was like, I felt ashamed, like literally ashamed, like I shouldn't have watched it.
But I like Faces of Death because of the narrator. These are the faces of death.
Right.
1974. Mildred took her Park Avenue down the highway, but she didn't wear her safety belt.
Right.
Now Mildred is part of the highway. These
the one where the guy
are the faces.
Catches the alligator. He's like on a boat, and he takes the rope, and he catches the alligator. And he's like, I got it. And the alligator rolls and he just goes, ah! Falls right into the water.
Yeah.
Of course, it's just ripped to shreds.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I got it. It's like, you should really leave that to the professionals. Speaking of that, did you hear that Dog the Bounty Hunter is going after this dude? But I'm like, this guy's in the woods. He's not in some trailer park. Why do you keep looking at pictures of this movie? Close all this shit out. You fucking ADDs fucking drive me nuts.
I'll give you what you want.
I can't No, not that.
No.
Oh yeah, no more pictures of Mike Lindell. This is what we always wanted.
Yeah, Mike Lindell. All right, fine.
No, it's fucked up. It's funny how you're behind me and I'm I'm behind you.
There you go.
No, it's just fucked up. I say it gets him off. Yeah. Well, you're talking about people that have a vending machine that has panties in it. You know, like.
You know what I think about vending machine with panties in it?
There's something, going on.
That's what there you go.
Oh, my God.
Vending machine with panties.
One trick pony, man.
Hey, I'm Mike Lindell.
You need to find another fucking.
I'm Mike Lindell
from
the home state of Minnesota, and I want to tell you that Japanese children's panties are the best. And we manufacture pillows using them right here in our home state of Minnesota.
Right,
the softest child's panties that have ever been worn by young Japanese schoolgirls.
Right.
Uh-oh. I think I don't know if I'm having connectivity problems. I don't know what's going on. It's never had.
No, I think that Facebook is fucking you up. Yeah, I know. I came over here with this shirt on, and then Rob's like, "Oh, let me put a shirt on," and then he comes out with the same fucking shirt on.
We're like, two wild and crazy guys,
right? It's like fucking. So just for the record straight, I came here wearing this fucking shirt. Okay, so it wasn't me. He went in the closet deliberately.
wait, what are you trying to say? I went in the closet. What is that supposed to mean, sir?
Speaking of going in the closet, R. Kelly finally going off to the real closet. I can't believe it took this fucking long.
I believe I can fly.
This shit proves to you, if you're rich, you can postpone going to prison for quite a long fucking time. Because he should have been in prison
a
long
closet,
fucking time ago.
Tom?
Yeah. From, you never saw that South Park episode?
Oh, yeah.
Tom Cruise in the closet. Now I'm in the closet too.
Oh, God.
And he's like, so I pulled out my gun.
No, I'm going to stick with this background. I like this background better.
Ones.
This is my favorite background, actually.
I ain't got much more time. About 5 minutes. I gotta get out of here.
I'm going to stick with this background. This is a better background.
Whatever.
Let me see.
I never cared about any of that kind of shit. You're the one that's right. It's not enough for the fucking the other room in this shot. Let me fucking.
All right, come on, man.
No, but
Oh, so I want to tell you something. I want to tell you a story about a mutual friend of ours.
It took a lot longer. I thought the jury deliberation would be about 90 seconds. You know, you'd be like, here, go back in there, and they go, we don't even need to. Like,
the guy, XRP, who was always trolling you. Who comes
yeah.
My car is it's got a bad evap sensor. I got a leak somewhere, and it's causing my car to idle rough. So I said to my buddy, who's that guy's real life brother,
right,
can you give me a lift back to my house? He goes, sure, I got you. And his brother calls up, and I swear to God, first of all, he's a carbon copy of his brother, and the shit that comes out of their mouths is next level beyond anything I've ever said. Yeah, so I'm going out last night with this girl. You talking about the Jew broad? Hey, come on, be respectful. Be respectful. She's a broad. Yeah, you're fucking dating a hook-nosed Jew broad. And I'm like, and I'm sitting in the car, and I'm sitting in the car, and the two of them are talking, and they're both from New Jersey. And he goes, no, what you're dating is a fucking hook-nosed Jew broad. Anyway, tell me about the story about you and your Jew broad. And I go, Jesus Christ. But I say nothing. So now he goes, well, anyways, I go to the fucking bar, And we got my buddy over there. He's he's one of the mooly. He's one of the moolies. He's one of these moolignons. He's one of the moolies. He's one of the darkies.
Well, first of all, what are these people?
These guys.
Italians?
No, so they're like.
No, but what are they?
These particular people look Italian, but they're actually Filipino Irish.
Really?
They're Filipino Irish,
And they're fucking like,
because they were raised in Jersey. And they look kind of Italian-y. They're kind of Mexican-y, Spanish-y, Puerto Rican-y. They're very weird looking. Very.
why would they be like so racist?
I don't know. So he goes, yeah. So
That doesn't make any sense.
So I'm at the so I'm going out to eat, and I got the moolie there. The darkie. I know you got to be nice. You got to call him fucking. You got to be careful what you fucking say. I got the moolie over there, and then I got the Jew broad, and then we bring this fucking Latina.
Regular fucking UNICEF going on at the table.
Then we got this fucking dumb libtard Latina. And I'm like, honey, how can you be so fucking stupid? First of all, the lies that come out of that fucking Biden's mouth. First of all, did they not fucking realize that the fucking Democrats had slaves? The Democrats are responsible for slavery. And I'm like,
That's such.
I know, and I'm like, and I'm whispering to
And
myself,
the Nazis were liberals too. I saw that Dinesh D'Souza movie. I know what.
yeah, right. Yeah. So first of all, the party switched in the mid 20th century.
Right.
The Thomas
They don't
Jefferson.
care about any
They don't
of
know
that
any.
shit.
Then the Thomas Jefferson was a Democrat Republican. That was the party. It was the Democrat Republican. He had no idea what he was talking. What's going on? And it's like, and it was literally from the moment we got in the car to an hour and a half after they dropped me off. And these fucking libtards, they don't even fucking know their own history. How do you not fucking know that the Democrats freed the slaves? I mean, the Republicans freed the slaves. Fucking Lincoln. Lincoln wasn't a fucking libtard.
Fucking idiots.
He wasn't a fucking libtard. And this shit goes on.
Well, perhaps you should go read some actual like newspaper articles. From
That's
that
what he
time.
said. He goes, and then why don't they fucking learn the histories? Why don't they fucking learn the? And then I asked this fucking, I asked this fucking, the Latina bitch. I'm like, hey, where you get your news from? This bitch says CNN. Fucking, well, of course, because that's what the fucking libs get this shit. That's why they believe this shit. So when you see XRP1, that's what you're dealing with. And
What? Fucking idiots. It's like,
remember what I always said.
why are the idiots always the angriest people?
Well, remember because they think that they have the inside track and that they knew what they had all the right info all along. That's their logic. They always knew all along. It was you that was the idiot.
It's like now they paid. I don't know how many millions of dollars they paid to count them votes again. Only to find out
Biden got more votes.
that Biden won by even bigger margin than they thought. But did they accept that? No.
Now
They
Texas.
turn around and go, "Hey, this is a fraud. We need to count in other states.
No, Texas.
Spend
is
more
doing,
money on this bullshit. There's not, it's like-
Texas is doing an audit now. Now, first of all, we're into.
That's what the guy said on the radio today. Gottlieb was talking about vaccines and in sports and the holdout ones that aren't getting vaccinated.
Right.
And he's like, if you think about it, he's like 75% of the country right now is vaccinated. So he's like, the people that aren't being vaccinated
Are still safe.
He's saying it's actually a pretty small number in totality, but they're just the loudest. And he's like, it seems like there's a lot more of them because they're so loud and aggressive and fucking, and he's like, but there's really not that many of them, like
There's more.
statistically speaking.
No, I think as of last month, the number of people that were completely vaccinated, 2 vaxes, it was like 48%. It was low. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But what is it is what it is. I know he's itching to get over to Champagne's and
yeah, I have to go.
First of all, by the way, you got there like 11:30 last week, and it was fine, and it was great.
It doesn't matter. What you don't seem to understand is, I look at this. It's a job.
I understand.
Like he's paying me to do a job.
No, I get it, but you
I don't just breeze in at the last second.
No, I know you
I'm
don't.
fucking here. It's like it's a job. Like
I get it. Oh, you're
and I
non-vaccinated.
handle
Wait,
it.
no,
and look at that way.
you're non-vaccinated. So now here's my question: are we talking delay, or do we think this is the mark of the beast, or we think that
He
there's
doesn't think it's the mark of the fucking beast.
or there's microbes in it, or you're gonna have a
Actually,
stroke? or what? I don't know. What, you're magnetic item? And I'm serious. What is it at this point? Because everyone was gung ho when all these things were invented by Trump and done by Trump and Trump, and now he's not there. Oh, it's evil.
Yeah, but did you see that? They won't even they won't even do the debt ceiling. Like, okay, let me get this straight. You ran up several $1 trillion worth of debt.
Making rich people
and
richer.
now you're saying we're not going to pay those bills that we ran up. And then they're going to try to blame it on the Democrats. Somehow.
No, hold on. No, wait. I got just waiting to see long term. Nah, not then either. I don't know. Here's the long term. I was vaccinated in June. He was vaccinated in May.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Both of us.
I have no problem.
I made a joke. I took this little metal key and I stuck it on my head.
There's a booster shot coming out soon, and I'm probably going to get that too.
I just came from work. I'm sticky.
Because there's all kinds of things that you like. When I went to see Gary Clark, they were like, "You got to show the vaccination card, or take a COVID test."
I did. Yeah, I did
it
at the Star Trek convention.
So I took my little card and then showed it to them.
Same thing,
and they let me right in.
Right in. They armbanded me immediately.
Yeah, but see, that makes even less sense.
If you had COVID
you
twice,
didn't get the vaccination and you got it twice already.
That's yeah.
But now you have natural immunity of some sort, which is probably maybe.
But they're saying it depends again. You're going to ask an immunologist. You're going to go no. Yeah, COVID test. Well, whatever. Look, I'm gonna say it right. This is at this point. If you haven't figured it out by this point, you're. It's not even you. It's your neighbor. You know, you could be walking around. I feel fine, and then pass it off to somebody else. And if I
but see, if you haven't been following like the things that they're saying, what they're saying is it won't prevent you from getting it. What it'll prevent you is it won't be as serious as it would have been if you didn't get it.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
it definitely takes. I mean, statistically speaking, they said it increases your chances of surviving by like more than 80%.
And that's all I'm talking about.
But it doesn't mean that you won't get it. Yeah, no, I do that too. I distance and I wear my mask. Even though I have the vaccine, I still wear my mask when I get into big crowds around people I don't know. Well, like we went down to Fremont Street and was walking around. It was like, oh, I'm putting my fucking mask on. You know, I'm not fucking, when you're all crowded up in them pens.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this, and I always think politics plays a role in it. My father's very conservative. He rushed to get a vaccine because he's older. He's older, but also he could have.
Charlie has immune,
She's immune deficient, or
he has Lyme disease.
Oh.
So she's immune compromised. So
I didn't know.
That's the reason why I
don't know a lot about Charlie, to be honest.
Because she wanted it would make her feel better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So plus because I'm out there.
Yeah.
I've been out there since the beginning. So yeah, I'm sorry I have to go to Champagne, but
no.
Thank you for watching, as always.
And I'll be there sooner, right?
That guy who impersonates Ian Rainier is fucking watching again. I don't know. Because at Sunday Funday, Tab was there, and Ian was like, my absolute favorite podcast in the whole world is Tab's podcast. It's the only one I've listened to. And then I was like, when I went up, I was like, well, there's a guy who listens to our podcast and he comments all the time and he's using your name. He's impersonating you. He's listening to our podcast that you claim to not listen to publicly.
Tabloid is pissed at me because I made a joke that I thought was funny and she did not, so I pulled my joke right off the page and I quieted the fuck down. She made a joke about.
You want to go up against Tab?
No. She made a joke about.
She will roast your ass.
Well, I said something about. She put something up like, "Oh, your furniture busted." So I said, "Well, if you don't like your furniture, I know where you can get some more." And then I posted my business card, and Tab did not like that, and I did. So immediately I apologized and I pulled it. I apologized. I said I wasn't trying to insult, but I could tell she was. I'll let that. I'll let that.
Bothered.
I'll let that simmer.
All right.
We're
we'll be
not
back
summer. Cool
next
down.
week.
Next down.
And I said, thanks for watching. We love you all. And if you like us, tell your friends. If you hate us, tell everybody you fucking know.
And also, you can
Good night.
find our wardrobe at the Boulevard Mall. Good night.